Greetings, fellow detectives, and welcome to Boiler Room Detective.
Hydronic Boiler Safety Controls by Ray Wolfarth. This was an excerpt of an article I wrote for Plumbing and Mechanical magazine. When looking at a commercial hydronic boiler, many controls are mounted on and around it. It reminds me of a Christmas tree with ornaments hanging from it. The function and duty of these controls are sometimes confusing. Operating control. The operating control is the main control for the boiler. This control will be set for the system's desired water temperature. The industry has adopted 180 degrees as the official design water temperature, and it is the typical set point for the hydronic operating control. Heating systems were designed to operate at full capacity using water at this temperature. On a non-condensing boiler, the operating control should not be set lower than 140 degrees as the boiler flue gases would condense. Many manufacturers will void their warranty if the boiler water temperature is below 140 degrees. When the flue gases condense, acids are released, attacking the piping, flue, and chimney. The operating control is an automatic reset type control. This means the control will automatically start once the temperature drops to a predetermined temperature. Limit control. The limit control has the same responsibility as the operating control but with two distinct differences. The first is the set point. The set point for the limit control is set at a higher temperature than the operating control. The other difference is the limit control is a manual reset control, which means that when the temperature reaches the set point, it will open and interrupt electric service to the burner. The control will require a button to be depressed to reset the control to allow operation again once the temperature drops below the set point. Many installers wonder why the limit control is a manual reset rather than an automatic reset control. Consider that your operating control is set at 180 degrees and the limit control at 210 degrees. If the boiler temperature rises high enough to trip the limit control, you can be fairly sure the operating control is not working. The manual reset feature is designed to get someone into the boiler room to investigate. Modulating or firing rate control. The modulating or firing rate control should be set for a temperature slightly lower than the operating control. For example, it may be set to 175 degrees, and the operating control is set to 180 degrees. When the water temperature reaches the modulating control set point of 175 degrees, the burner will lower the firing rate. When the water temperature drops, the modulating control will drive the burner somewhere between low and high fire. Modulating burners are used to better track the temperature requirements of the building and will also reduce the boiler cycling. Low water cutoff. The low water cutoff is the leading mechanical cause of boiler accidents. The low water cutoff is mounted at an elevation above the lowest possible water level of the boiler. There should be no valves between the boiler and the low water cutoff. Older low water cutoffs used an internal float to shut off the boiler when the float level dropped. Many of the newer low water cutoffs use a probe-type sensor. When using a probe-type low water cutoff on hydronic boilers, it is a good idea for the control to have a test button. Flow switch. Water tube or coil-type boilers rely on flow for proper operation and use a flow switch instead of a traditional low water cutoff. Some of these boiler types may be referred to as copper fin boilers. These are just as critical to safe operation as the low water cutoff and should be checked on a regular basis. Primary control. The primary control or flame safeguard assures the burner operates safely and correctly. It will typically be installed inside the burner control panel. Many feature a manual reset switch. Gas pressure switch. Some boilers require gas pressure switches to meet code compliance. The gas pressure switches verify the gas pressure is within a safe range. The burner will not operate correctly if the gas pressure is too low or too high. The high gas pressure switch will be usually located on the burner head and typically set for 1.5 times the burner gas pressure. The low gas pressure switch will be on the gas train downstream of the gas pressure regulator and typically set for half the burner gas pressure.
If you would like to contact me, my contact information is here. In addition, I have 2 websites. BrewingWithSteam.com has my monthly blog posts on steam systems for breweries, and Fire Ice Heat is my company website. I have written 11 books on boilers, and they are available on Amazon. In addition, you can find some of my writings in these fine publications. Thanks for stopping by Boiler Room Detective, and I hope to see you on the next